Colorado Martini here. We're a lifestyle channel. We do everything from cooking to traveling to events, but the one thing we do best is cocktails. We also do some live streaming gaming, so make sure you come by and see us. My big question about the van life is, what do you do about power? And being a YouTuber, what do you do about the internet and uploading your videos? I also have a question if you've ever been to Quartzsite and been one of those vans that's out in the middle of the desert in the summer when it's so hot. And if you have, what that's like.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk a little bit what I do about power. So, currently I bought this little adapter that just plugs into your cigarette lighter. So, and then it has two of the little USB ports so I could charge my cell phone and, my tablet, and then it also has where you can actually plug in this little thing. So I use that for like my rice cooker and the fan. Like I have a fan that when it's not severely hot, but I could plug it into that and just let it blow for the dogs. And that works pretty well. But I did run into some issues this summer, like it just being super hot, and luckily I have air conditioner in the van. It's an old van, but I definitely want to figure something else out. So I'm looking at a few different solar generators. I've been watching some YouTube videos and different ones that people have that are doing the same thing as me, because I don't really have the need for a lot of stuff, but like to charge my laptop and, you know, my rice cooker and stuff like that would be nice. Also, if it's available, maybe super ghetto, but whatever, I have an extension cord. And so there's been a few times like where I park at Planet Fitness or Walmart, and they'll have like on light poles, they'll have like where you can plug stuff in. Also, this is probably okay, so there's these like solar powered generators that have cameras on them at Walmart, some Walmarts. And I mean, I may have like plugged into them once or twice, but they never came out and said anything, so what else? But yeah, so that's currently what I do for power. For internet, I used to do where I would just go to cafes, and then if it was after hours, I would just creep in the parking lot and sit and like use their Wi-Fi. But I now have what's it called? A hotspot on my cell phone, so I could use my internet that way. So it works out. So I could get my schoolwork done and get like videos done and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I do for power and Wi-Fi. Pretty simple. I'm really simple and basic. Like, I don't do a lot. So, whatever.
Hey guys, so I'm just hanging out here in my apartment, and my new friend, Tootsie Rollingstone Travels, has asked me to talk a little bit about, first of all, whom I am. My name is Miss Dee, and my channel here on YouTube is Life Tips with Miss Dee, and I just basically vlog different tutorials and ideas on how to live your best life. And Ashley has asked me to talk a bit about van life, and I live here in Vancouver. It is beautiful here. We're up in the Pacific Northwest, up in Canada, and we are fit people here in this city. It's a very green city. We've got the ocean, we've got the mountains, we've got the city, so you've got your choice of so many activities. people are always running and paddleboarding and sailing and hiking and just a ton of stuff. Then we love our coffee, of course, and we eat a ton of sushi. And you know what? As I'm going along, I'm beginning to realize that Ashley wanted me to talk about van life, like life in a van, and I just don't know anything about life in a van. So, Ashley, I have a couple of questions for you. First of all, what is the scariest predicament that you've ever found yourself in? And number two, when am I gonna meet you, girl?
So I'm going to answer some more of Miss Dee and Denise's questions from Colorado Martini. So, Denise asked, have I ever been to Quartzsite? Actually, just recently on my trip to Phoenix, I drove through Quartzsite, but I didn't stop, but there were a lot of vans and campers. So I was thinking maybe one year going and like spending some time in the winter, because there's no way I would survive during the summer. And then I also travel with dogs, so they're like my top concern. But other than that, I answered your power and internet questions. Then Misty asked, my most scary predicament that I've been in. I think I handle myself pretty well, to be honest. There's been a few like weirdos, but I'm not really like afraid. But I think the scariest one was, so there was a snowstorm in North Carolina, and I decided like I wanted to go hiking, and it was just me up on this mountain, and I took my two dogs hiking. We were like on for like 2 hours, and I get back to the van and I realized I locked myself out. So I had to call roadside assistance, which thankfully I've used them like 5 or 6 times. But so I had to call them, and then the first guy canceled, and then the second guy was doing another job, but he came. So I waited 4 hours in the cold. It was so cold. So I wasn't really scared, but it was just cold, and my dogs were shivering, so we just kept like walking up and down this road to like try to stay warm. But yeah, so that was a little yeah, so I think that's it. All my questions. And everybody, thank you for watching. I've made a lot of new friends on YouTube lately, and I definitely recommend checking out their channels. The first episode I've seen from Colorado Martini, it was her and her husband were sitting in the driveway drinking cocktails and like just chatting, and I thought that was really like, it was a good video. And then the first video I saw from Miss Dee was her mulled wine video. So yeah, they drew me in with alcohol. But no, they're really great channels, and I think you guys should check them out. And I'm so happy they participated with me in these collabs. Yeah, I'm really grateful. So thank you guys. Bye. Ooh, I forgot on a side note, Miss Dee. So I was thinking, I have a friend that lives like, I think she's out of Vancouver now, but she lives up in that area. But I was thinking about late summer, early fall, making a trip up there. So we'll have to get together. Ooh, I forgot on a side note, Miss Dee. So I was thinking, I have a friend that lives like, I think she's out of Vancouver now, but she lives up in that area. But I was thinking about late summer, early fall, making a trip up there. So we'll have to get together.